our country, Nigeria, is just a funny place. Because tell me why David Umahi, Minister of Works, came out in Ebonyi, gathered people, and then he was saying that Ebonyi State is not obedient. That means that Ebonyi State is not supporting P2B. Then I have a question for him. How did P2B win Tinubu in the last election in Ebonyi State if Ebonyi is not obedient? And believe me, all this crowd you see now in this video I go to watch now, I'm sure they were all paid or they are looking for something in Tinubu's government. That's the only way anybody in Nigeria today can stand and talk against P2B, is because they are being paid to do so. They are hired to do so, or they are looking for something in Tinubu's government. Because this video shocked me. He was saying that this is a warning to the online supporters. That means they agreed that P2B has online and offline supporters, but they are scared. Just take a glance of that video and let me get your views in the comment section.
I'm addressing those that do not understand what is going on in Southeast. I'm addressing those who have occupied the social media. I've told them, Ebonyi State, we are not obedient people. No, be so. No. We have been so marginalized that we are no longer obedient. No, be so. No. But it is the man that has given us sense of belonging. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let no obedient come to counter Ebonyi State and say this state belongs to. There is no obedient person in Ebonyi State. No, be so. No. Anybody will say Tinubu no go again. Holy Ghost. What we have is to return the good things that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done for Southeast and for Ebonyi State when the time comes. No, be so. We will not be deceived again, because the last election was a mistake, but we have come to be wiser. No, be so. Tinubu, 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 kai so. On a jeje on a Tinubu, kai so. Francis, Tinubu, Tinubu, kai so. On a jeje on a Tinubu, kai so. Thank you very much.
Let me translate. Tinubu Kangeso. It's Tinubu that we are going to follow. Tinubu Kangeso. Ayo, is this a campaign or
what a politician would do? He's gone to support his principle. And I said that INEC should come and prosecute or send this man for punishment. What is the punishment for early campaigns? Because we talked about this just a few weeks back around the fact that campaigning season is not yet, it's not a campaign season, but there are people who are openly campaigning for their preferred candidates for 2027.
Your Edo governor went to Glasgow.
No, territorially, so he was in another.
So he can campaign in Scotland, not in.
So for him, it's different.
No, all of them. Because when they say they don't know these people, they are acting as surrogates. We can see their faces now. These are prominent men. But he's gone out to say that, and I think, like we often always say, that it's the people that will determine who they want to vote. I think it's an inaccurate and false statement to say that there are no obedience in Ebonyi State. It's not empirically correct to say that where his facts. I mean, he's speaking, like I said, like a politician. He's going to campaign for his principle, but I do think that we need to clamp down on this campaign, this flagrant abuse of our electoral laws. We just flout the laws. Nobody cares. Nobody does anything. It's just there, just as a guide or for decoration. When our own politicians, a former governor in his own right, a current minister is flouting the law.
You know what shocks me is the fact that he's busy in Ebonyi. Bini Wari Road is very bad. He's been in a deplorable. He will never campaign about things like that. They will never face what they are supposed to do. It is campaigning for election and doing all sorts. Now you are saying there's no obedience. But at first, it's not even a shame on Umahi that they beat you in your state as a serving governor. You were in a certain political party. You couldn't deliver your man. They beat you blue-black in your states.
All right.
Then you're not coming to say that obedience have nobody in the state. But they beat you in your state. So you should go and face the roads. There are many roads that are left undone in the country. Right. Benin Wari Road, deplorable condition. Big tanker roll over and that. You should go and, there are roads, you should go and do roads, go and work on roads.
All right, so that was during the New Yam Festival. It's always fun to watch. I mean, it's always fun to see these sort of festivals happen in our country. And you know, that song New Yam Season, I mean, love that. But you know, he said that he doesn't want Ebonyi people to make the same.
Women are not allowed to eat the yam first. Yeah, your point about women. No, if a woman touches the yam first, the men will walk out.
Okay, really? I don't know about that one, but sure.
You don't know?
Yeah, you're teaching me now. I'm sure I'm learning.
New Yam Festival, it tastes better in the mouths of men. That's what they say the culture says.
I'm eating New Yam.
I'm eating New Yam. But congratulations for the New Yam Festival. But like I said, he said that the Ebonyi State is not going to make the same mistake he made in 2020.
So it was a mistake that they beat him while he was serving governor.
Well, all right. Shall we take our good news report now? Celebrating Nigerian teacher Seyi Anifowoshe, who has officially entered the Guinness World Records for convening the largest gathering of teachers in history. This remarkable achievement was accomplished at the Let There Be Teachers Conference 2025, held on September 20th at the Tafawa Balewa Square in Lagos. The historic conference brought together thousands of educators from across Nigeria and beyond, creating an unprecedented gathering that has now been officially recognized by Guinness World Records as the largest teacher assembly ever recorded. Anifowoshe's vision to unite teachers on such a massive scale demonstrates the power of educational advocacy and professional solidarity. The Let There Be Teachers Conference 2025 not only broke records, but also provided a platform for educators to share knowledge, discuss challenges, and celebrate the teaching profession. The event showcased Nigeria's commitment to education and highlighted the crucial role teachers play in national development.
We gathered not as strangers scattered by distance, but as a people bound by one truth: teachers matter. Dear teachers, this conference is for you. You are not invincible. You are not forgotten. You are the soul of our nation. You are the silent architect of the world. You are the galaxies moving among men. You are not just teachers, you are revolutionaries. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Seyi Anifowoshe, and I'm about to say, I am a teacher. Let there be teachers. We are the future. We raise the nation. Let there be.
What an amazing feat. Congratulations. Anifowoshe's record-breaking conference sends a powerful message about the value and importance of teachers in our society. By bringing together the largest gathering of educators in history, he has created a movement that would inspire teachers across Nigeria and around the world. Huge congratulations. Rufai, I know that you are part of it. 30 seconds.
Yes, so I do a lot of work with 1 million teachers. Akil Suba and Risma are the founders, you know, very good friends. And they've also helped me deploy teacher training at the Oseni Center in Odobulu. And the whole process was just to be able to have a day to celebrate teachers. You know, the ideology is, they say a teacher's reward is in heaven. No, we want to make it on earth.
Yeah. On earth.
And what we did was, after publicity and all of that, we gathered over 5,000 teachers. Normally we said about 60,000, we couldn't get 6,000, so we got about 5,000.
Revealing new statistics on counter-terrorism operations. According to the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, portraying Nigeria's security challenges as a targeted campaign against Christians represents a gross misrepresentation of reality that oversimplifies the country's complex security environment. Well, the federal government's rebuttal is coming after comedian Bill Maher claimed on his HBO show Real Time that the killing of Christians in Nigeria by Islamist groups is being ignored by the media and protesters because Jews aren't involved. Mayor cited statistics that Boko Haram has killed over 100,000 Christians since 2009 and burned 18,000 churches, calling it so much more of a genocide attempt than what is going on in Gaza.
I mean, the fact that this issue has not gotten on people's radar.
Right, no one's talking about it.
It's pretty amazing. If you don't know what's going on in Nigeria, your media sources suck. You are in a bubble. And again, I'm not a Christian, but they are systematically killing the Christians in Nigeria. They've killed over 100,000 since 2009. They've burned 18,000 churches. This is so much more. These are their Islamists, Boko Haram. This is so much more of a genocide attempt than what is going on in Gaza. They are literally attempting to wipe out the Christian population of an entire country. Where are the kids protesting this?
Thank you. Because no one will talk about it, so thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, all right, I'll take a reaction. This person responding to Bill Tolu wrote on X, I'm a Christian, and I know violence in Nigeria affects multiple communities. While attacks do occur, the claim of 100,000 Christians killed is not verified. The situation is complex. Farmers versus herders banditry and criminal gangs impact all Nigerians, regardless of religion. Spreading inflated figures fuels misinformation and inflames tension. In a statement issued by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, he explained that extremist groups target all who reject their murderous ideology, regardless of faith, emphasizing that Muslims, Christians, and non-religious Nigerians have all suffered attacks from terrorist organization. The minister went on to highlight that between May 2023 to February 2025, Nigerian security forces killed 13,543 terrorists and criminals, rescued nearly 10,000 hostages nationwide, and secured over 700 Boko Haram convictions for persecutions. He also highlighted the recent capture of the leadership of Ansarus, a Nigerian affiliate of the Al-Qaeda terrorist group. I mean, this is a good data statistics that the Minister of Information has reeled out here. I'll take one more reaction to this story. Harry wrote on X, it's not to refute the claims, but a simple and logical question is, are these killings and violence happening? Yes. Then what is the government's response and action to curb or end the needless killings and safeguarding lives and properties? I mean, this is a pertinent question a lot of Nigerians will ask, and you know that that would be a fair question given all of the killings that we have even more recently in Kwara State. Yes. We've seen in Plateau State, in Benue. We've seen these killings. The question is, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to continue to close our eyes to it? Are we going to continue to negotiate for state police? Dr. Bati, did you want to jump in?
Okay, first. The gentleman comparing Nigeria to Gaza is very wrong. It's a case of disinformation. And I think that the Minister of Information of Nigeria, Mohammed Idris, is right in saying that, look, this is not the case in Nigeria. Christians are not, targeted in Nigeria. Every Nigerian, if all of us were in it together, we are all victims of religious extremism, violence, whether it is Boko Haram or it is of any sort. But during the Buhari administration, this became an issue. When the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom listed Nigeria as one of those countries guilty of Christian persecution. Now, at that time, it was the Sultan of Sokoto who had responded to say that, look, we are all victims in this environment as a result of extremism. Boko Haram, for example, doesn't distinguish between Christians or Muslims. All those villages in the northwest and in the north central that are attacked by Al-Qaeda affiliates and all of that, those are Muslims that are also targeted. But the concern is about, okay, Southern Kaduna, you have Southern Kaduna issue, you have Leah Sharibu issue, you have the abduction of the Chibok girls, you have the attack on a church in Owo, you have attacks on churches in Plateau. So that was what was played up to make it look like it's only, Christians that are being targeted. But the minister is right to say that, look, there's problem of insecurity, violent extremism, insurgency, terrorism, which is also of international concern. So when the Commission on International Religious Freedom said Nigeria was a country of particular concern, they later removed Nigeria from that list. But there were articles written by Femi Fani-Kayode, who was saying Nigeria was a hellhole. I think that was the expression he used for Christians. But the received wisdom now, the pervasive wisdom now, is that, look, all of us are in this together. And to return to your point, which is why the main submission is that Nigerian government has the responsibility to make sure that everyone is safe in this environment. After all, Section 14(2)(b) of the Constitution says the primary responsibility of government is to ensure the security and welfare of the people. And that is why when the government does well, as in the arrest of one Malam Ansaru and his chief of staff, Mahmouda, we praised the Nigerian government.
Yes.
But shortly after, we saw the story of Katsina bandits, being mollified by some communities. We have seen situations here where bandits are given chieftaincy titles. I think the residual point that we can say is that the Nigerian government has a responsibility to make this environment safe. It's not about religion. It's about the right of the average Nigerian to the dignity of the human person, and also the right to life of every Nigerian, whether they be shamanists or Christians or Muslims, whoever they may be. So to now say it's only Christians that are being targeted, no, we are all living in this pressure cooker environment called Nigeria. And government has a responsibility to protect us to the best of its ability and to continue to do so without fail.
Well said, Dr. Abate. Last week I was mortified when I saw those images that you just referenced, the images of these bandits coming out in broad daylight, negotiating with local government chairmen and security forces. But I want to take this, Rufai, because I know you want to talk on the Bill Maher story as well. More on security now. A video showing Sheikh Ahmad Abubakar Gumi, a well-known cleric and bandit advocate, proudly decorating his son, Abdurrahman Ahmad, as second lieutenant from the Nigerian Defense Academy, has made the rounds on social media. The event took place on Saturday at the Nigerian Defense Academy in Kaduna, where they marked their 35th convocation ceremony on Saturday. Sheikh Gumi's son is following in his father's footsteps, as the Sheikh is also a former military captain in the Nigerian Army who also attended the Nigerian Defense Academy. The graduation was a grand event celebrating the discipline and academic achievements of the graduating cadets of all 72 regular course and postgraduate students. We did see this video trending, Rufai, and a lot of people were in awe that Sheikh Ahmad Gumi had a son this age and is following in his father's footsteps. But we know about Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, and he's been one of those clerics that have been negotiating with the bandits. These are the sort of conversations that we want to have and put on the table here. Should we continue to negotiate with bandits? Should these bandits be out there flaunting AK-47s and all of that, Rufai?
I don't know if you remember, a couple of years ago, we had Sheikh Gumi here on this table, and these were the things we confronted him with. I remember we told him then that you are a captain in the Nigerian army, and you are taking sides with these bandits. And he defended himself. He said, no, that's not the case and everything, but we put the facts to him here. So when he makes the case and says, because the people have been marginalized, potable water not provided, hospitals not provided, that's the reason they do this, there is no justification for banditry. All of us have been hurt by this country. If I ask you, Oji, today, tell me what Nigeria has given to you, you will scratch your head to think of anything. So we are all in this together. And that's why the ignorance of Bill Maher. Anyway, I didn't take him seriously. Of Bill Maher.
Bill Maher.
I didn't take him seriously because, see, in the end, Bill Maher is a comedian. He's a comedian that dabbles into a political sketch. I don't see him as an authority. And he's a comedian in the past that we have seen that he has that historical antecedent of smoking bully. So, I don't know, maybe the bully, he was said that he had smoked at some point. Maybe it's affecting Bill Maher. That's why I don't take him seriously. Everybody's facing the scourge of insecurity. But I think the further thing we should now ask is it not an indictment on the Nigerian states that for over 10, going to 15 to 20 years that we've started having these insurgencies, it has continued, we've not been able to nip it in the bud? It's not the same in this country that we have former military top brass saying that it's going to last for another 20 years. Is it not in this country that we've seen people reporting to have a level of complicity in all of these security problems happening and they've not been brought to book? Is it not this country that is so easy for us to keep Nnamdi Kanu in incarceration? But bandits are having meetings and are becoming stakeholders in society. Is it not in this country that we, Dr. Gotawadze, we do Ashwebi and all of that to rehabilitate bandits? And that's why a lot of people say the injustice is writ large. So we can say, yes, the government has made some strides against fighting insecurity, but it has also heightened. The other day, it was Kwara. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they said, really, it has started happening in Kwara. It's coming close home. That's what they are saying. So the government should not just put out messages to say, oh, let's stop this. We shouldn't just call out Bimaya and, a lot of this propaganda are spread by right-wing people and Christian nationalism in America. And that's why when I berate Christian nationalism, people say, what are you saying, Rufai? That's where this propaganda sip off from.
All right. I want to
we should also ensure that we do something to fight the insecurity. All
right, so I just want to highlight that on October 3rd, 2025, Nigeria's former Chief of Defense Staff and retired Army General Lucky Irabo will release a book titled Scars, Nigeria's Journey and the Boko Haram Conundrum, a book destined to change the Boko Haram narrative. I implore our viewers to grab a copy of that book. I'm just receiving that information now.
And from that video, you can only see one thing. You can only see fear in the eyes of the APC because they claim that P2B does not have supporters, but yet they go ahead. They go everywhere trying to spoil the name of P2B. If Obi has no supporters, then I think that is the more reason why you shouldn't be talking about P2B, because he's not a threat since he has no supporters. Imagine a whole Ebonyi state, southeast, that I said that people do not have supporters there. They all know that this is a lie. Within themselves, they know that this is a lie. This thing they are saying is not true. There is no way you can tell me that P2B has no supporter in Ebonyi state. Make it make sense is because they are scared of this man called P2B. Obi has online supporters. Obi has offline supporters in the north, in the south, in the east, everywhere Obi has supporters. That is why the state governors are now trying to stop Obi from entering their state to do good. It's not like Obi is a terrorist. Obi is entering their state to do good. The same state that bandits are entering, the government are not doing anything. But the same government are trying to stop an innocent man that is just a mere opposition in the politics of Nigeria today. That is his only crime. And they see him as threats. They claim that they are not scared. That Obi has supporters. Obi is an online president. This one, that one. Let him be. If he's an online supporter, president, then let him be. Stop spoiling his name. Stop telling governors to stop him from entering your state. Stop sending allies to criticize him online. Then let's know if he's truly an online supporter come 2027. But let me get your views in the comment section of this, guys. In my next video, don't forget to subscribe.